And now, live from Studio 1A in Digital Media Class, Madison Herman and Trayton Pavlik. And this is IndiTime.
Welcome, Ogallala High School.
And thanks for watching IndiTime.
I'm Maddie.
And I'm Trey.
The OHS One Acts did it again this year, performing an amazing performance of To See the Stars.
Now let's go to Casey with more.
The OHS One Act team received first at districts and earned the opportunity to go to state. The performance at state was as amazing as ever, and the team won runner-up, which is second place. Mrs. Diaz was overwhelmed to win second for her final One Act production. She was just happy to place and is now able to give every participant a medal. In her own words, "I think we did great. I wouldn't have changed a thing."
And now to Trey with the boys basketball update.
Hello, I'm Trey Rizak, and I'm here with Colby Rizak right now, and we're going to talk about the boys basketball team. So, how do you guys think you're doing so far this year?
It's been pretty successful. We're 5-2 right now, but both games we lost, we probably shouldn't have, and we should have won. But overall, 5-2 going into Christmas hasn't happened in Ogallala in a long time.
Is there anything you guys need to improve on?
There's always stuff to improve on. Shooting's a big one we need to improve on. Passing, defense, kind of just a little bit of everything. Rebounding.
And throughout the year, what is your goals by the end of the year?
We want to make our district final. That's pretty big for us, and maybe have a chance to go to state.
Thank you.
Trey, have you ever watched the Minute to Win It game show on TV?
Great show. Great show.
Well, the leadership class has been making that the focus on the past few weeks here at our school.
Mr. Fruit and his class have been conducting a Minute to Win It game each morning before first period in order for the classes to get a jump start and points for the Olympics that will be held on Thursday.
That's right, Trey. My class has won the Olympics for the past 2 years, and we plan to do it again.
We'll see about that.
Ogallala hosted a unique event this Saturday, which was held at the Odd. I was able to get an exclusive interview with our activities director, Mr. Rizak, about this event. Hello, everyone. Today I'm here with Mr. Rizak to ask a couple of questions to inform us on the Nebraska Lutheran versus the Rocky Mountain Lutheran game here in Ogallala. Can you tell me a little information about this game?
Well, it started a few years ago. Nebraska Lutheran is located in Waco, Nebraska, and Rocky Mountain Lutheran is located out in Denver. And Ogallala is kind of a halfway point, so they asked if they could rent one of our facilities and play the game here.
Okay. And what sport is it?
It's in basketball.
Okay. When is the game?
It's this Saturday, 11 a.m.
Okay. Is it expected to be a good turnout?
The attendance has improved each year since they had it. I think the first year there was maybe 25 kids there, so
All right.
it's growing, but it's not a huge turnout.
Okay. Thank you.
And now let's hear from Olivia about our OHS Student Council.
The Ogallala High School Student Council has been working diligently this year to improve our school and raise money for fundraisers. I asked Amanda Kroger and our Student Council president a few questions about Student Council. She said her goals were to better the student body and our school. She accomplished these goals by doing various activities or helping out wherever need be.
Mock Trial is an OHS group that is sponsored by Mrs. Slake and a local Ogallala lawyer.
And now to James with an update.
Hi, my name is James Ellendy, and I'm here with Miley Garcia. I'm going to ask you some questions about mock trial.
Okay.
How long have you been in mock trial?
I have been in mock trial for 2 years.
How was the season?
It was fantastic. I thought we did a great job.
What was your placement at state?
We placed 8th.
What is your favorite thing about mock trial?
My favorite thing about mock trial is trying to make the other attorneys mad or sad. You can see their facial expressions, and it's the funniest thing ever.
Do you have a favorite memory you could share with us?
I do. Before every competition, before we always perform, We always pray as a team, and I think it's the best thing in mock trial that we do. So.
What would you say to anybody thinking of going out for mock trial next year?
Just do it. I was kind of forced to do it my junior year because I was really nervous about trying out and wasn't sure if I wanted to do it. But I really loved it. So if you want to do it, go ahead. It's a fantastic experience.
Thank you so much.
Yep, thank you.
And action.
Our OHS news team obtained another exclusive interview this week with OHS's own Parker Ryle, who won an Outstanding Actor Award at the State 1X.
Here's Ben with an exclusive interview.
Hello, I'm Ben McLeod, and this is my good old friend Parker Ryle.
Hi there.
And congrats on getting runner-up at state, sir.
Thanks, buddy.
Congrats.
It was a good time.
I know it was a team effort, but
It
you did
was.
most of the work.
Stop, shut up. I did not, by any means.
I noticed that you got Outstanding Actor.
Yeah, I was nominated for Outstanding Actor. I didn't get Outstanding Actor. Ethan Millicent from York did, but I mean, it was still an immense honor, and it was wonderful. It really was.
Okay. Well, how did it feel to be nominated for that? I mean, it must have been like a great honor to be nominated for that kind of like award.
Right. I mean, we've all put in so much time and so much effort this year into the One Act show, and it just really was a nice capstone to my senior year for sure.
Awesome. From all the hard work that you did during competing and at practice, do you feel like you earned it?
Absolutely. I mean, there were a lot of nights that went rough, and there was a lot of nights that went well. And towards the end, every night was a great performance. And the team put in a lot of hours and a lot of effort into this show, and so I definitely think we deserved it for sure.
And a lot of misdies yelling at you guys.
Yeah, Dee likes to yell, but it works.
Because everyone listens when she yells, "Get this done!" Yes!
Yes, Dee! Yes,
Yep, of
ma'am.
course. I'll drop everything I'm doing.
No, why'd you drop that?
Anyway, our third and final question. How do you think you did compared to the person who won overall?
Well, York did a great job. They had an all right show. I personally didn't like the show, but that's just me. Of course, I'm a little biased towards Ogallala. But, you know, it doesn't matter. Like, one-act competition is so subjective as it is. I'm just happy with the way that we ended up, so...
Yeah. Well, thank you, sir, for coming out here.
Thanks
in,
for having me.
Los Angeles studios.
Oh, yeah. It's
we
beautiful
have
here.
Yeah, we got a high budget.
Yeah. Sunnyside, California.
Yeah, someone won the lottery and decided to share with our petty news station. Well, thank you for watching, and see you next time.
We have a foreign exchange student at OHS from the Netherlands.
Let's hear from Christian on this story.
I'm here with our exchange student.
My name is Jeditje van Boven, but I go by Jay here. Saves a lot of time.
And we're going to interview her about coming to the U.S. So, where are you from?
I'm from the Netherlands, from Northwest Europe. I'm from a very small town in the middle of the country with less than 1,000 people. So, yeah, it's an adventure.
It's amazing. So, why did you choose to come here to the U.S.?
A couple of years ago, I signed up for a foreign exchange program, and three choices I had were the U.S., the U.K., or Ireland. And I've always liked the U.S., gone on holiday here a couple times, and I decided that this would be the biggest change for, like, culture-wise, so I decided to sign up for the U.S.
What is different here from the Netherlands?
Everything. Well, the language, obviously, and things like food and the people, the culture in general. Also, like, this space, because the Netherlands is very small. The U.S. is very big, so there's a lot of open space here, which is a very strange concept because, like, the farthest away that something is in the Netherlands is like 3 hours, and that's nothing here. So that's, like, one of the biggest changes I've gone through, I think.
So what do you like about this school itself?
The last secondary school I went to was a lot bigger than this school, but I kind of like that it's smaller because you kind of know everyone. Also, I really like that there's a lot of activities to do. At my old school, in the Netherlands in general, there's not that much to do at your school. You have to do it outside of school. So I like how you can do things with people from your school, like theater and stuff. We didn't really have that, so I like that a lot.
And when do you leave?
I go back after graduation, possibly the day after graduation, but maybe it will be a little bit later, so sometime in May.
What, like, food or drink do you like that's here that's not in the Netherlands?
There's, like, a lot more different flavors and things. at home we only have one flavor of Oreos, and here there's like 18. So that's it's fun to walk around here and see all the different stuff you have. It's a lot more. There's a lot of variety, so that's kind of cool to see.
All right, so is there any of you with Yadikya? Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And now we're off to Carissa with the girls basketball update.
It's Carissa Barnes here with Ogallala IndiTime. I'm here interviewing Diana Reed about varsity girls basketball. How's the season going so far?
Great.
What is your current record?
We are 2-3.
What are your expectations for the rest of the year?
To work harder.
All right. And what has been the funniest thing that has happened this year or any other year?
I threw the ball and it hit Coach in the face and it almost broke his glasses.
All right. Thank you.
Welcome.
And go. Hey, it's Chris Barnes here interviewing JD Cummins about freshman girls basketball. How's the season going so far?
Pretty good.
What is your current record?
It's 4-2.
All right. What are your expectations for the rest of the year?
To finish strong and win the rest of our games.
All right. What has been the funniest thing that has happened this year?
Probably the bus rides home.
All right. Thank you.
Students, make sure you check your school email so you don't miss out on important notifications or school activities.
A member of our research team from the OHS News asked Mr. Heinert some questions about some very interesting things going on in his natural resources and agri-science classes. The natural resources class has been helping raise the baby chicks I'm sure you've all seen in the TV that is in the commons area. And the agri-science class has been helping with 2 rabbits that we haven't gotten any footage of. The baby chicks are 1 week old and the rabbits are guessed to be about a year old each. Mr. Heinert says that about every class has different names for all the animals and hasn't really thought of the matter too much, but his favorite names that he has heard have been Chicken Nugget and Pepper for the 2 of the chicks, and Flo for one of the rabbits. The reason why Mr. Heinert has gathered up all these animals for his class is because he thinks that if he is going to teach about these animals, that it would be a little bit of fun to have them around in the classroom. He had originally planned to hatch pheasant eggs instead of chickens, but there had been a few complications when trying to hatch them, so he had asked Corbin Marenko if he could bring in some chicken eggs from his farm so they could watch the stages of incubation and see how the chickens developed as they grew. That is all.
And now to Tristan with the wrestling update.
Hi, we're here with Tanner, and we're going to ask him a couple of questions about wrestling. Tanner, why do you wrestle?
I wrestle so I have stuff to do after school and I don't go home and be lazy.
What's your record?
3-7.
What would you recommend for any future wrestlers?
Wrestling is a mental sport, and you don't have to be tough to do it.
Okay, thank you. I'm here with Christian Gilchrist, and we're going to talk about wrestling. Christian, why do you wrestle?
Because it's a tough mental sport and it's a good thing to do. Teaches you for future life.
How many matches have you won?
2 out of 5, so 2-3 right now.
What would you say to any future wrestlers?
Do it. It's a tough sport, but it teaches great discipline and it's a good thing to do during the wintertime.
All right, thank you.
Do you know Haley and Riley Babish?
I do.
Well, they're both females and they're in wrestling. And I got to interview one of them. Here it is. Hello, I'm here with Riley Babish, and she's one of the 2 female wrestlers in our school. What's it like when the person you're wrestling realizes they're wrestling a girl?
It kind of makes the match more intense because they don't want to lose to a girl, so they go that much harder.
Are there people who have problems with girls wrestling?
Yeah, my 2 middle school coaches weren't very happy with the idea at first, but they're more on board now with it.
Have you ever had to wrestle another girl?
No, I had a chance to wrestle a girl from Hershey, but she was sick that day.
Do you plan on going out next year?
I don't know. Probably not, because I only did it because Haley was doing it.
All right. Thank you, Riley.
You're welcome.
Hello, OHS. This is Asia here interviewing Mr. McCarter about the OHS college classes. Mr. McCarter, what can you tell us about the OHS college classes?
There are about 100 online classes that students can take. remotely. As long as they have internet, they would be able to take an online class with an instructor. And it's really becoming very much used because it's something that we can do here in high school.
What teachers offer dual credit classes?
Many teachers in our high school who have master's degrees are able to offer dual credit classes. Mr. Fetters teaches an English composition 1 and 2. Mrs. Zimmerman teaches a college Spanish class. Mrs. Schlichtemeyer teaches business communication, which is a career class. Mr. Stokey does welding safety and oxyacetylene welding. Mr. O'Neill does one, I think it's in, I can't remember whether it's in, I think it's in perhaps engineering, pre-engineering. And then your own Mrs. Tuttle teaches a class in digital media that counts.
Thank you. That's all the questions I have.
Well, you're very welcome. Thanks for having me.
And action.
And now some information from our school nurse.
According to the Southwest Health Department, there are 2 districts in our region that have been affected. I have obtained information from our school nurse about the whooping cough outbreak, and here is her answers. Stuffy or runny nose is common first. Fever is uncommon. Persistent coughing, generally at nighttime, lasting greater than 1 week after 2 weeks cough, may develop a whooping sound that causes vomiting. Person may appear well between coughing spells. Infectious period is before cough begins to 21 days after cough starts. Most infectious after the cough starts. Antibiotics if treatment is started early enough. There are 7 cases in the Southwest Health Department area, which includes Keith County. There is no reports of any students in our school having whooping cough. The adults in our community are more at risk of developing it.
The teacher feature for the week is Mrs. Chapman.
Let's go to Ben for this feature.
This week's teacher feature is Miss Chapman. Miss Chapman has an undergraduate degree from K-State, a master's degree from Colorado University in Denver, and a special ed degree in Western State, Colorado. This is her 12th year of teaching. She's taught grades K through college, including general education and special education. We asked her what she likes most about Ogallala. She said Lake Mac and the friendly atmosphere. She was also impressed with the rec center and the outdoor activities. We asked her how she likes our school. She used words such as awesome, amazing, and fantastic to describe our school. She said the students, staff, and parents are some of the best people I've ever encountered in education. The talent and work ethic that the students exhibit makes waking up early an easy thing to do. Happy holidays from Miss Chapman.
The green team has been a big part of our school system ever since Mr. Rodney has worked for our school.
His green team has once again been busy this year collecting recyclables and providing containers and drop-offs.
OHS has even been a part of the green team this year, with Mr. Heiner's class providing containers in each classroom and collecting the recyclables each week.
Let's hear from Camden on the recent Recyclable Rally Award at Prairie View.
Keep America Beautiful's National Awards has been announced as of December 1st, 2016. It is with great pleasure that we can announce that the Prairie View Green Team will be acknowledged as the best middle school youth group in the nation. Congrats to Mr. Rodney Howie for going to Washington, D.C. Please join me in congratulating our Green Team and our Ogallala Public Schools Administration.
Maddie, did you know we had a poetry club?
No, I did not. But Philip is here to tell us more.
The Poetry Club is in its 2nd year and is sponsored by Miss Anderson and Miss Edmond. The team writes slam poems for a competition in Lincoln. They compete against the entire state at the Louder Than a Bomb competition in March. Students must perform 1 individual piece and 1 group piece. Each team has 4 students, so a total of 5 poems are presented from each school. To participate in the poetry team, you just need to come to practices on Thursday afternoons, where we video conference with coaches from Lincoln. Last year we won state, and we plan to do it again.
So far this school year, OHS has been doing awesome in their school activities. The girls golf team won Class C state title, the football team made it into the 2nd round of state playoffs, and the volleyball team qualified for C1 state meet. The boys cross country team qualified for the Class C1 state meet with Jacqueline Lindgren placing 10th. Lucia McCaig also placed 9th for the girls at state. The OHS band earned superior rating at the state band competition for the OHS 1 acts received runner-up at their state meet. Great job, OHS.
Key Cub is an organization that is dedicated to serving the community. They do fundraisers for cancer patients, food drives, and go trick-or-treating to raise money to fight tetanus in developing countries. They meet over lunch in the media center. The second Tuesday of every month. To join, students simply need to go to the meetings. They will be doing a Super Bowl canned food drive in January and are getting ready to do a fundraiser for a local woman with cancer that involves duct taping a teacher to a wall.
Thanks
for watching!
From your favorite anchors, Maddie and Trey.